Hi, everybody. My name is Miss Julie Ann Keller. I go by the author name Miss Penny, and I'm really excited to present to you the first part of my new book called The RICA's Last Word, Haikus to Further Enhance a Reading Program, inspired by Miss Julie Ann Keller's ideas on teaching with light. So, the RICA is a standardized test that all teacher candidates have to take and pass in order to get their teaching credential. However, there's a caveat. The RICA is being phased out in 2025, meaning teachers will no longer have to take this test. They will instead be required to show that they can teach reading in a different way. So, I decided for my study method, I was going to digest the complex topics of the RICA into bite-sized haikus. This has been a really great way for me to study, and I'm excited to share it with you. I hope that during this RICA's last word, that these haikus help you pass that test and get that teaching credential. All right, I'm going to break it down domain by domain. So there will be 5 videos. The first domain is planning, organizing, and managing reading instruction based on ongoing assessment. Competency 1, understand how to plan, organize, and manage standards-based reading instruction. Competency 2, understand the purpose of reading assessment and best practices related to standards-based entry-level assessment, monitoring student progress, and summative assessments. Okay. Reading instruction should be based on data from types of assessments. There are 2 types of assessments, long-term and short-term, both important. Starting with long-term, diagnostic, district, and the state assessment. Diagnostic in the beginning of the year. What do they come with? District is after skill has been taught for some time. Can you move on yet? State is once per year. Everyone has ideas about the state test. Moving on to short term. These assessments are the most important tool. Entry assessments start new concepts. Ask questions to drive instruction. Monitoring is immediately after you teach a concept. Ask questions after teaching lesson, model, and guided practice. Portfolios track progress over a time period. What next? Summative assess. State test, end of unit, and report cards. Ends term. Tests assess all parts of a concept or a skill. Can you move on yet? The standardized tests. District, state, LPAC, and the NAEP. The LPAC has 3 parts: initial, summative, and the alternate. CAAs are the alternative assessments for some IEPs. IEPs are plans to differentiate for kids who it might help. 504 plans are to accommodate for students' needs to perform well. School-based support is available to assist with the teacher role. Concepts of print are things like front of a book and read left to right. Phonemic aware. Can students distinguish sounds? What about rhyming? Phonics. Decoding the letter to read the sounds. Sensical or not. Fluency is to read accurately and at a certain rate. Understanding the text's meaning is one's reading comprehension score. Assessment results shared with kids one-on-one. Be mindful of status. Students' parents get assessment results shared with them too. Be strengths-based. School personnel and district personnel receive assessment results. Assessment results support intervention plan, determines scaffolds. Differentiate instruction, whole or small group, could be one-on-one. Effective whole group starts with orientation. State the goals, exit tickets. Presentation is giving all input class needs. Warm up, define, show. Guided practice gives students a chance to practice with teachers' feedback. Independently practicing is without the teacher's help at all. Extensions are forms of differentiation. Think, how to enhance. Effective small groups, pre-teach students who need it, or reteach students. More support needed? Try individualized one-on-one lessons. Interventions are intensive, strategic, or benchmark level. Differentiate. Design for equity is a design for all. UDL is good for the culture of learning to enjoy reading. Recruit family support in developing readers who like to read. Find out students' main interests. Lean into it. Then find books they like. Encourage reading something they might like at home. Try doing book tastes. Students who are in their ZPD are likely engaged in task. ZPD, Zone of Proximal Development, the zone of most growth. Use a closed passage to determine the level of their ZPT. ZPD. A closed passage is a passage with blanks for the students to fill in. Read aloud a lot. Books are engaging ways to introduce topics. Most importantly, remember to spark safety, belonging, and joy. All right, that's the end of Domain 1. I know I read through them fast, but I hope that you can go back and pause the video, take some notes, or maybe take a practice test online and use these as just little tidbits to spark your memory of some of the vocabulary and the jargon that is all integrated within the RICA. If this was helpful, you can definitely get a paperback version. It's available on Amazon, and you can check out the link in the bio. And you can also check out my philosophy on teaching and learning if you check out my website called Teaching with Light. Thank you so much. Once again, my name is Miss Julie Ann Keller, and my author's name is Miss Penny. Thanks.